everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. So it is currently Monday, 5 o'clock p.m. exactly. I'm actually in the middle of exporting a video that I'm trying to get uploaded onto my main channel. And sometimes I hate waiting, like especially now that I'm doing 4K for both channels, it takes so long to get the videos exported and then uploaded. So sometimes I'm just like sitting there and then I get distracted and then I'm not productive. So I was answering some comments and stuff and then I just kind of got distracted on my phone. So I saw that it was 5 o'clock and I was like, okay, why don't I shift into evening mode, have a shower, and then I'm going to, rather than just like sitting there waiting for it, just doing like basically getting distracted. I'm gonna shift into evening mode, get all cozy and changed, want to make some dinner, and then, I can be getting things done as the video is doing all of its processing and everything. So yeah, that's gonna be my plan. I've just been filming and editing today, tidied up some of my plant areas, and yeah, I'm gonna be posting a pretty long video on my channel. It's kind of late to be posting, but honestly, I'm just kind of like, whatever. My videos have been going up at crazy times lately, and it just is what it is. So yeah, I did want to get this vlog started though, because if I don't get the vlog started, there is a good chance it will not start until like halfway through the week. So yeah, happy Monday. I am going to shift into cozy evening mode and I'll see y'all later. Okay, I'm all fresh and showered. I didn't end up making dinner because I got out of the shower. My boyfriend had gone home from work and he had toast for dinner because he thought I had already eaten dinner, but it was actually my like lunch dishes that were left out. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have like a toast cereal kind of dinner as well. So that is exactly what I did. I had half a bowl of cereal because that was all that was left, and some seaweed snacks and a granola bar. So I guess it's just a girl dinner kind of night, but that's fine. Also just brewed myself a cup of calm tea. I forget what this one is actually called. Yogi. I think it's like, I don't know, something calm. It's pretty good actually. Miss Olive just ate as well, so she is rowdy now. She gets rowdy after she eats. But I figured that I would take some time. I'm still waiting for my video to process so that I can upload it, but I figured that I would take some time to finally put my summer clothes into my closet. I brought these bags up from the basement over the weekend, and now I just need to kind of go through them and decide what I'm going to be putting into my closet. I don't know if there's anything that I'm going to be like getting rid of. Probably not. I just kind of need to unpack these, I guess, essentially. I've already taken out most of my winter clothes and put them downstairs. I just hadn't fully completed the task to get the summer clothes in their place. You want to say something, Bobby? Girl. I think that we might PLAY for a few minutes first. But then I am going to start on my closet stuff here, try to get that done this evening, which would be really nice.
Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same, but if you did, I'd still love you anyway.
Okay, so I just went through the bags. There's actually a lot of stuff that I think I just put in here last year, or I guess in the fall. Yeah, so I guess last year. I just put in here because it doesn't really fit me anymore. I don't really know what I want to do with it. But for now, I'm just putting them back in the bag because I don't have time for that right now. I just want to get my summer clothes out. So I've kept out all of the things that I am going to be keeping upstairs. We just played fetch with her croc for a while. But what, you want to get into the bed, baby? Okay, she's just gonna hang out. So as for the things that are gonna be going into my closet now, we have these like fuzzy slippers. I'm gonna be swapping out one of my house coats to this like lighter weight one. This is really old. I've had this maybe since I was a teenager. Like I've had it for a long time. It just has like little forest animals on it. It's the thinnest one that I have, so yeah, I'm gonna be washing all this stuff, of course, except for the things that are like hand wash. I probably won't wash those, honestly, but most of the stuff I'm just gonna be throwing into my laundry basket. I have this little, maybe I should clip my mic. This little denim dress that I've also had for years now. I've probably had this for like 8 years. But I still wear it. It's pretty cute. It's like a little tight on me, but not too bad. Like I think it's still wearable, but I wish it was baggier. But that's okay. I love me an overall in like any form. I love short alls, regular overalls. You already know. I honestly probably don't need to wash that either. Like denim. Some little summery pajamas. I also found another one of my print fresh pajamas that I've had for a while. This one, it's like a little nightgown or like sleep shirt, long sleep shirt kind of situation. So this is also going to be entering into my ironing rotation. It's just like a lime leaves print. It's very nice to wear in the summertime. Some of my summer dresses. This is just a like yellow midi dress. I've barely worn that, honestly, but I always just keep it. I envision like a farmer's market or something for that would be really cute. This is like a little beach dress, or that's at least what I use it for, as just like a little cover up for at the beach. It's really cute. I love this little dress. It's kind of dark. Maybe I should turn the light on, but the light's not very bright in here. This is another kind of summer beachy dress kind of situation. I love the green color. Cute. Also, my pink heart overalls. I got these last year. They're so fun for the summertime. From Lucy and Yak. That's also where I got my like green gingham or plaid or whatever they are overalls. These little jogger kind of, they're like denim-y, but they're joggers. I don't know. I mostly just wear these when I'm like out in the garden and stuff because they're really lightweight. This shirt, which is definitely getting a little worse for wear, but it's so cute. It always gives me like little fairy, like Tinkerbell kind of vibes. This light green color. It's definitely getting a little beaten up though. This like flowy kind of crop top. Oh, this is straps for that purple dress. And then this is another kind of like just throw over a bathing suit or whatever. It's just like a t-shirt dress. It's really lightweight. This is a little onesie kind of thing that I thrifted a couple of years ago. I kind of use that as like a cover up, just like throw on summer day thing as well. This t-shirt I was obsessed with. I still love it so much. Like I love the colors of this, and I just love like a soft, worn, lived in, oversized t-shirt. This is literally disintegrating, sadly, but I still keep it because it's just like one of my favorite things. So it might be that one's last summer. These shorts, which I actually got last year, they have like little barbed wire. They're super cute and just like comfy. These just like plain kind of stretchy long shorts. This is just a cute little t-shirt. I feel like that's so cute for like working in the garden. Not like when I'm doing something that's gonna get dirty, but you know. Same with this, just another kind of garden t-shirt. All of these really. I think I just have so many t-shirts that I just like had to designate some of them as summer t-shirts and put them downstairs. This is just another like tie-dye Obey shirt. This little tank top. I love a little tank top in the summer. This is just a little like tube top. Shorts. These are just kind of like garden, like dog walking shorts. I had a few pairs of jeans in there, and like I said, I don't think many of them fit me anymore, but I think that these ones might. This is like a slimmer leg, and I don't really have like a slimmer jean up here right now, so I'm going to see if they do still fit. These just lounge pants. These are super cozy. I kind of used these as like garden pants last year too. This little tank top, I love the color. I love this like pinky purple color. And then I had a couple of just denim shorts, but these don't really fit me great either. And they're also just like really short, and I feel like that's not really my thing anymore. I'm actually being treated to a couple new pairs of shorts for this summer for a birthday gift. So I picked out a couple pairs from Levi's. They're like a longer short and they look super comfy, and that is just what I'm going for. Like, I just love being comfortable. That is the number one priority. So yeah, I'm really excited for those to get here. I think they're gonna get here next week, so I will show y'all when they do. But I was definitely just like overdue for some new shorts, like denim shorts that are gonna be like staples that I'm gonna wear all the time and that I can keep for years and years. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to sort this stuff out now, probably get a load. Actually, I have stuff on the drying rack right now, so I probably won't start the laundry until tomorrow, but I'm really glad that I went through all this. I'm just going to do a little bit of organizing in the closet, drink my tea, probably watch some YouTube. You guys, not to be dramatic, but these nails that I just did, I am gagged. Like, they are so good. I actually saw this combo. So this is Queen of the Dead, which is a red thermal. It goes from like a really dark, like almost blackish red to like a bright red. I saw someone on Reddit layer Queen of the Dead and Root of All Evil. So I did 2 coats of Queen of the Dead and then 1 coat of Root of All Evil, and I am just like shook at how having that layer underneath has transformed Root of All Evil. And I'd heard people layer Root of All Evil just on top of a red to make the red tones in it pop. I don't really see a lot of red tones in it I mean, I guess I kind of am now, like at extreme angles with the red layered underneath. But anyway, so I knew that it was a thing that people were doing. Like, people would layer the Arsonist and Root of All Evil, and I hadn't tried it, but I saw someone post this combo the other day on the Reddit, and I was like, okay, I need to try that ASAP, because you can actually see like the 2 tones because you have the thermal underneath changing. So I don't know like what angle y'all will be able to see. Let me try to give you a different look. Okay, first of all, they just look so like chromy and cool. Oh, can you see how like the end of my nail, the tip of my nail is darker? I actually don't know if you'll be able to see in this lighting. Oh, here we go. Do you see that? Like, that's so cool to have the thermal effect shine through. Oh my gosh, like that is just so stunning. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I feel like this is my favorite combination that I have done in a while, and just all of the different colors that Root of All Evil has. I feel like this is one of my favorite like shifty polishes from Mooncat. I know that Jewel Beetle gets so much hype, but I actually prefer Root of All Evil because I prefer the like greeny, blue, purpley, red tones versus the like gold that's in Jewel Beetle. But yeah, super stoked about my nail. Oh my gosh, like look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna be obsessed with these this week. So yeah, fun nails tonight. Turn my lamp off, and I've just been watching vlogs on YouTube, like catching up with some of my favorite creators while I did this. So it's been really nice, but I think that I'm gonna have my bedtime tea and I might do just a little bit of editing. I want to get this vlog going so that I can be keeping up with it better, because I have not been doing well at like getting the vlog edited before Sunday morning. So yeah, I want to just do like, even if it's literally only like 20 or 30 minutes of working on this, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get into bed and read Parable of the Sower. So yeah, that's my plan. I will let y'all go for tonight because I need to take this SD card out to export the footage. But yeah, thanks for hanging, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, hello. I don't know why this mount won't stay. It's as good as I can get right now. I'm going to the hardware store again. Also, I feel like I'm emerging from a cave right now because I've just been doing admin stuff all day, staring at my computer. I had to finalize some stuff for my taxes and just really boring stuff like that. But I've just got dinner in the oven right now. I'm just doing that chickpea rice casserole that I do pretty frequently. Obviously, my boyfriend's home. I'm not leaving the house with that in there. But that's cooking right now. I'm gonna run to the hardware store because I'm thinking of doing my kind of like deck refresh this evening. So I basically just want to rearrange the deck, clean off the furniture, maybe give it a sweep. I don't know, just spruce it up a little because I have been loving hanging out there lately. Like sitting in my reading chair is the highlight of my day. So I kind of want to make it cute, and I was thinking we have these railing planters. And I was thinking I used them. Don't think I used them last year, but the first year that we lived here, I had herbs in them. Or maybe I did use them. Well, I think that one of them maybe fell down last year, so I'm gonna have to secure it. We'll get to that later. But anyways, I'm not doing herbs this year because I've got herbs in the garden. I've also got my lettuce grow inside, which by the way is, I still need to take it down. It has had like shriveled plants in it since the beginning of April. So yeah, need to do that. But I'm thinking of putting flowers in the railing planters this year just to create like a cute vibe. That is the priority. We got herbs growing elsewhere, so it's flowers this year. Ooh, it's hot. It is hot. So yeah, I'm gonna go see what I can find. I don't know what I'm gonna end up grabbing. I obviously want something that's like not tall, so maybe some petunias or something like that. Either just short or maybe kind of like draping, or I don't know. It is a covered deck, so it's not gonna get like full sun, but I think it will get a decent amount of sun, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm just gonna go take a boo and then head back home, have dinner, and hopefully get the deck spruced up tonight, which is really exciting. Okay, so what I ended up getting, first of all, I got some lobelia, which is so cute and dainty. So I think that this might look nice, kind of like trailing down a little bit, you know? So I got one for each of the planters. And then I got these petunias, mostly because I just felt really bad for them. They're on clearance for $3, but I think, like, honestly, I think that there's hope. Like, these 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure look like they're gonna be okay, like the ones that still have flowers on them. These two, this one looks like it might be gone, but this one has like green new growth down here, so I think once I replant it, it might come back, but I don't know. So yeah, petunias and lobelia. Have I grown either of these before? No, but I think that it's gonna make a cute little planter. I mean, if these survive, they're only $3, so I just felt so sad for them. There was so many sad plants on clearance, so yeah, I figured I would give it a shot, you know. And yeah, that is my flower haul. I also just didn't really want to spend a lot either. I wish that I would have planned ahead like a couple months ago and I could have started from seed, but I did not, so here we are. We're gonna hopefully bring a little whimsy to the deck for a low cost. If anything, you know, I think that the lobelia is gonna look really cute, so, and I'm hopeful for the petunias, I really am, so I guess we'll just have to see. Okay, so the flower boxes are out there now. It is 7:15 and I wanted to start doing some like wiping things down, etc. But honestly, it's almost reading hour and I haven't read it all yet today, and I really want to get further into Parable of the Sower. So I think I'm gonna read. But the flowers are hanging out there. Do they look amazing? No, but I feel like there is potential. I have them facing in right now because like I want them facing me. Also, I know I need to clean. This is like so dirty. I need to wipe basically everything down out there. But yeah, I want them facing in because I want to be able to appreciate them, but is that gonna work like lighting wise? I don't know. I'm gonna have to kind of see. They could honestly even like sit on the ground. That might actually be better. Even though they're meant for hanging, I might end up putting them on the ground. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. But I honestly think this is an upgrade compared to what it was before. What it was before, which was like dead plants sitting in those with like crusty old soil, and one was literally in the yard because it fell down. So this is an improvement. We're making strides, and hopefully by the end of this week, the deck will be cute and cozy. I also moved all of my peppers and eggplants down into the fenced, actually I might be able to see, down into the fenced garden area. Can you see them all? All the like little pots are down there. This is actually going to be their first night outside because it is finally over 12 degrees for our nighttime temperatures, which is really nice. So yeah, things are definitely happening in the garden. I also planted my larger clematis today by the arbor, so I'll have to, actually, did I show that? I don't remember, but I did. So both of my clematis are officially planted in the ground now, which is nice. But yeah, I guess it's going to be kind of my goal this week to get the deck all cute and cozy. So yeah, it's always nice to have something to work towards. Am I right? I'm gonna have a shower now. My hair is kind of crazy. Needs to be washed. So I'm gonna do that. I might actually do just a little bit of editing before I pop outside and read because I've been trying to stay on top of my editing, as we know. So yeah, I better get cracking here. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, look who's here. Oh, you can't see her very well because she's back behind. But the deer are back. Oh man, she's eyeing in my garden. I don't think that they've ever tried to jump over the fence, and I really hope that they don't try to test it, mostly because I wouldn't want them to get hurt or like stuck, or yeah, it just sounds like a bad idea. She's standing very still right now. Oh, here she comes. This is my grass trimming service that I ordered for around the garden. I wish she would come out. She moved before I could get my camera. She was actually over here before. I wonder if she, I have a feeling she ate my potatoes that I had growing there. But I guess I'll find out tomorrow morning. Hi, beautiful. There she is. She's checking out the blackberries now. Hi. So cutie. Aww. Must be stressful having to be so alert at all times. This is like how my nervous system is for no good reason. Just like on edge at all times. There's a bunch of long grass over here. I wonder if she's gonna go for it. No, maybe not. The weeds there. Aw, you hear something, sweetheart? Is she pregnant or does she just have a big belly? Look at her belly. Yeah, her belly looks big. Look at it, you guys. Maybe that's how they all look, though. I don't know. Oh my god, she's eating my clematis! Oh no! Oh my gosh. Some of y'all literally commented a couple vlogs ago saying that deer love clematis. But when I checked, it said moderately deer resistant and that they won't usually eat them if there's other things around to eat, but she's literally chowing down on it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Well, she didn't stand there and eat the whole thing, so maybe that's a good thing. Maybe she'll just end up. Oh my gosh, she's going over to the other one now. Is she gonna go for it? Oh my gosh, she's literally going for it. Stop it right now. She's literally going for it. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. That is kind of sad. Kind of sad, but oh, zoomed in. The heck? I don't even know what to say. The woman was too stunned to speak. What the heck? Should I try to move them? Like, I actually don't know what to do. But those were like $30 each, so that kind of sucks. I really was hopeful that they wouldn't, but she's literally just eating it. Like, I'm just watching her eat it. Okay. And I could go out there and like shoo her away, but they're gonna come back and they're gonna be here all summer, so what the heck? Whenever I get too confident and think, oh, maybe I can plant this one thing outside the deer fence and it'll be fine, I get made a fool every single time. And I've been thinking about planting squash out there, and well, pumpkins more specifically, and zucchini maybe. And I don't like, I thought that deer didn't bother squash or pumpkins because, you know, they have like the bristly leaf and so they don't really eat them. And our neighbor actually had, like when it was the previous owner, they had a pumpkin growing in the back just randomly, like it like was a volunteer, self-seeded or whatever. There's pumpkin smash there before, and then the next year one grew, and there's this massive pumpkin growing out there, and it like stayed the whole season. The deer did not bother it at all. So I was like, okay, perfect. Like I can grow that. But then on the last vlog, someone commented and said, oh, the deer will eat the pumpkins. And I was like, what? Like, don't tell me that because I don't have enough room to grow all of this stuff inside my little fenced garden area. So I'll have to do more research on that or just find out the hard way if I can grow squash out there. But yeah, the clematis thing is kind of a bummer. I don't know if I should try to move them to inside the deer fence. I guess I should, but that's so annoying because I spent like a good couple of hours digging these super deep holes and I would have to do that again. Like I honestly don't know if I'll be able to find the time to do that this week. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, hi. This is such an impromptu, like, me picking up the camera, but I just saw her out there and I was like, oh, how cute. And then it escalated. But it is currently Wednesday and I'm just making my sleepy time tea. It's bedtime, 8:34. And yeah, all my bedtime stuff is done. I just had a shower, did my skincare, did Olive's teeth. And now I'm gonna get into bed and read Parable of the Sower. I'm really enjoying it, but I will say, you guys, it is another bleak read. And I was just saying in my Discord, because this is our book club pick for May, and our pick for April was I Who Have Never Known Men. And that was such a bleak depression hour kind of book, and so is this one so far. I'm halfway through. It honestly is quite unwell, like very dark, very... Oh, magnet fell down. Yeah, honestly just like kind of scary and unwell. Like I was saying in the last vlog, it was published in the early 90s, but it takes place in like the 2020s, so right now, which is really weird. And it's all told through diary entries from our main character, who is a teenage girl named Lauren. And we're getting her, like, perspective on this, like in this dystopian future world she's living in where everything is super unwell. The world has basically gone to shambles. Nobody has safety, nobody has money. There's a lot of political unrest. It's very dangerous. People live in these like gated communities, I guess, with big walls around them. And if you go out, then it's like super risky and you have to like, you know, have like a neighborhood watch. And there's just all these crazy things going on. I need to see what it says on the back of the book because I don't want to give anything away that's not on the back. Okay, yeah, it says when global climate change and economic crisis lead to social chaos in the early 2020s, California becomes full of dangers from pervasive water shortage to masses of vagabonds who will do anything to live to see another day. 15-year-old Lauren Olamina lives inside a gated community with her preacher father, family, and neighbors, sheltered from the surrounding anarchy. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really gonna say anything more than that, but it has gotten just, yeah, it's very like, it is not sugarcoating anything. Like graphic deaths have happened, suffering. It's really I don't even know the word for it other than bleak. She's still standing out there. Looks like she ate all of my other clematis. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyways, I'm gonna take my tea and my book into the bedroom, get cozy, read for a while. I had a bad sleep last night for whatever reason. It was weird. I kept like having weird dreams and waking up, and so I kind of hate that for me. So I'm probably not going to read for very long so that I can get to bed early. Oh my gosh, I do actually have something else to show you. I wasn't even going to hop on the vlog tonight, but here we are. But I got my ceramic back because Hillary picked it up and it was at her place and I was there on the weekend. Do y'all remember when I went with my friends to the ceramic painting place? Look how cute it is! My little tea holder, so now it has our sleepy tea in it. Isn't that so cute? It looks so nice now that it's all like shiny and fired. Like, it's so cool. Yeah, this was really fun. If you have one of these places near you where you just go in and you like pick something to paint, definitely recommend doing it because we had so much fun and there was so many different things to choose from. I'm glad that I got this because it has a function, and our sleepy tea boxes were just sitting out here super messy before. So now they're all in here, which is so cute and organized, and yeah, I just love it. So I was oh yeah, I also painted the inside like a dark pink. It was hard to do the inside though, so it doesn't look great, but it has that homemade kind of look, you know what I mean? So yeah, super excited to have that now. I actually like the front the least. Like, I feel like I did a better job on the sides and the back, but whatever. Doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, I need to take my magnesium too, also. Oh, that clematis thing. That's so annoying. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna take my magnesium and then get into bed. So I guess that I will sign off for tonight and I will see y'all tomorrow. Ooh, I also got the new Mooncat collection today, which is so insane. Hopefully I'm gonna have my crap together and be able to post like a swatch video on Friday, like the day it comes out. It's feeling a little tight at this point, but I'm hoping to do it. So I'm gonna try to squeeze that in tomorrow. But yeah, I'm so excited about them. I'm actually like really into this newest collection, the Remedy collection. So yeah, that'll already be out. Like, the collection will be out, and hopefully my swatch video will be out by the time this vlog goes up. But yeah, that's also is something that I'm just super excited about right now. But yeah, anyways, okay, I'm gonna go. Good night, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. So I figured I would do a little garden walkthrough. I know I just did one in the last vlog or two, but I feel like things are changing so rapidly now that I have updates. First of all, the clematis, it's actually doing fine. I think that the deer only ate some of the lower leaves, so thank goodness for that. But the other one that's near the fence is pretty much entirely demolished, so I guess she preferred that one. Here's my potato army. They have just grown like crazy. They've exploded with foliage. They look so great. So I'm really hoping for a lot of potatoes this year. And then I'm gonna give a closer look of this back bed in a second. But this was the bed that was hit the hardest by slugs. So it's kind of in recovery mode still, but there are some things in there that are doing okay. One of the main things that I got done this week was mulching the strawberry bed. I added the straw, of course, and honestly, it seems like something that wouldn't take very long, but it took like an hour because I'm like grabbing the straw by the handful because I didn't want it to be going everywhere. It's so expensive, the garden straw that I use, because you can get straw for cheaper, but then it can be full of grass seeds and stuff. So I got like the garden straw brand or whatever it is that people recommend. And yeah, I'm not wasting any of it, I'll tell you that much. But as you can see here, we have strawberries ready, which is so fun. The slugs have gotten to some of them before I have, but I was still able to harvest enough for my breakfast this morning. And it's just so rewarding to be able to harvest anything from the garden, but there's something special about fresh berries, so I'm super thrilled about that. These guys right here are actually some squash starters that my neighbor gifted me. He grows really interesting varieties of things. So one of these is a Georgia candy roaster squash, which he gifted me one of his squash last year. So I've tried it before, but now I get to grow my own. And then the other squash, I don't remember what it's called, so I guess that's going to be a surprise. And then next to those, I have a couple eggplants that I literally just planted in here. They've been doing really well. So yeah, this is my first time growing eggplant. I'm growing 3 varieties and I love eggplant so much, so I'm really excited about that. I really hope that I get some eggplants this summer. And then moving over to this bed, my broccoli, they have been slightly under attack by the cabbage moth or the cabbage worm or whatever it is, but they're still looking not too bad, thankfully. We have some tomatoes I've put in here. We have my peas they're actually growing pretty well now. Also bush beans. I'm planting bush beans in multiple beds this year. I only grew a couple plants of bush bean last year, and it turned out to be one of my favorite things that I grew because it's one of my favorite things to eat. So I'm growing like 4 times as many this year, so I'm super excited about that. I've also thrown some random peppers into this bed. I got all of my peppers and eggplants planted out, so you'll see those they look a little rough, but hopefully they'll be fine, but you'll see those in multiple beds. My cosmos are doing really well. They're so like fluffy and cute looking, and I have no idea what the flowers are gonna look like because those were just gifted to us as like little starters, and there's so many different types of cosmos, so yeah, I'll be curious to see that. The raspberry bush is going strong. It's still looking amazing. It still has tons of flower buds and like the beginnings of berries. So I am so excited to get raspberries sometime soon. Usually in June, I'm picking berries like crazy from my tayberry and raspberry bushes. I think that the tayberries definitely come first, and then the raspberries come like shortly after that. And then this bed is definitely like the most scarcely planted. I actually had to pull 2 of my cauliflowers because they got completely decimated by ants. The ants for some reason are like building their nests around the roots and killing the plants, which sucks. That's the 3 cauliflower I've lost to ants now, which is crazy to me. But yeah, more peppers in here. These little seedlings, I think that they're kale and something else, I'm not really sure. And then there's cauliflower, which you can see holes in basically all my brassica leaves because of the cabbage moth, which is annoying. Here you can see lots of tayberries are coming in. It's literally like, I think the next couple of weeks I could have berries, you guys. Like, they are coming in hot. This is a really cool pumpkin plant that my friend Hillary's mom gifted me. It's like a Cinderella pumpkin, like the really like squat, kind of wide pumpkins. And then she also gave me these tomato seedlings, and they look like a really yummy type of tomato from Baker's Creek. So I need to put those in the bed sometime soon. I was gonna put the squash near the fence outside of the deer fence, but now I'm questioning whether I should do that or not. I don't know where I'm gonna put a big pumpkin in here, but yeah, I have to kind of think about that a little bit more. So in this bed you can see things are doing really well. Oh, also my nasturtium are starting to flower, so how cute is that? But things are doing well in here. I direct sowed a lot of things in here, so it looks kind of empty, but it's actually got a lot of things happening under the soil, if you will. So I have some flowers that are starting to come up. I have beets. Actually, not as many beets. I don't know why only 3 of them came up, because I'm sure I planted more than 3 of them, but whatever. I have 3 beets coming up. I have a whole row of carrots. I have a whole row of scallions. These are the carrots right here. Thank goodness they're coming up, because carrots take forever to germinate and you have to keep them really moist in that time. So now I don't have to be like as stressed about watering now that they're actually growing. But yeah, and those are the beets right there. And some of my struggling peppers as well. I'm actually really excited about the beets because I haven't grown them before either. I'm growing a lot of new things this year, which is very exciting. But yeah, what else do I have in here? I think just different types of flowers. I threw some peppers in, and then this is the new bed that we've set up, so it has some of my like big herbs that we moved, and then some eggplants and peppers again. I tried to plant like multiple different things in each bed, so you can see how I have like my peppers and eggplants in a whole bunch of different beds, because if there's a pest, I don't want it to completely, like, imagine if all my cauliflower and cabbage and everything were in the same beds. Like, these ones look great because there wasn't the slugs up in this bed, but they were in the back of the garden, so I'm glad that they weren't like all in the back of the garden, like, you know what I mean? I just feel better about spreading them all out, because there's always like, the beds each have their own different problems. Like, some of them have the ant problems for whatever freaking reason. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I never hear anyone talk about ants, and for some reason my garden is under attack by ants. But yeah, anyways, the beds are all like slightly different. They have their own little ecosystem going on. You can see that the cabbage moths did find these ones though, unfortunately, but I think that they're doing fine. And then we're seeing a lot of my kale coming up and my lettuce. This marigold is doing amazing. The lettuce in here is a butter lettuce, so that's going to be really yummy. I do also have some other like lettuce seedlings planted elsewhere that are starting to come up too. And then I put a couple more peppers in here. Oh, there's more beets in here as well. The pink ones there. Spinach. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. The cilantro is doing great. I do also have beans in here, but they're kind of getting shadowed by the cabbage. And then, of course, we have the green stalk, which is doing so well. And the green stalk is such a dream. I haven't had any like pests, maybe because it's higher up. I haven't really had issues with pests or anything, which has been so nice. So in the top, I have carrots and an alyssum flower. And then I have 2 tiers of strawberries. And then the bottom, I have cauliflower, potatoes, spinach, arugula, and a marigold. But yeah, that's it for the garden updates. Things are mostly doing well. I'm definitely dealing with some different issues this year, but overall I'm super happy with everything. Okay, hello everybody. Happy Saturday. I cannot find my microphone. It's got to be around here somewhere, but I don't know where the heck it is. So hopefully the audio is going to be okay. Maybe I'll put the camera on. Actually, maybe I'll just hold it, I guess. I feel like sometimes the audio is crap on this camera, but then other times it sounds not bad. So who knows what it's going to be this time, but hopefully it's going to be okay. I much prefer filming on this camera with the mic. But we don't have the mic today. I just got in from being out in the garden and I had a shower and everything, and now I'm kind of switching gears to indoor mode. I actually wanted to finish cleaning the deck and doing all that today, but it's so rainy, and since I was out in the rain I love the rain, I don't mind being out there and getting wet and stuff, but since I've already been out in the rain and gotten wet and then came in, showered, I'm all like wearing dry clothes again and stuff, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to go back outside right now, so might not be finishing the deck, but that's okay. Honestly, I just need to like wipe everything down and then kind of rearrange, so there's not really that much to do, but I think I'm gonna save that for next week when the sun is out, because that's just gonna be nicer conditions to be doing that. And I have so much stuff to do inside today, like I need to sit down and figure out what I'm doing actually. Because there's like a lot of cleaning to be done. I have work stuff I could be doing. I want to plan some meals for next week maybe, because I've been getting back into cooking, which has been really nice. I actually made this delicious, what was it? It was this lemony olive oil pasta with green beans, and then I made rosemary soy curls air fried and topped it with that. It was so good. I can link the recipe down below. The pasta is like one recipe, and then I added the soy curls. I have a really good recipe for rosemary tofu, and I was originally going to top it with that, but we had soy curls, so I just decided to kind of do it with that, but I can link both of those below. I wasn't filming when I made it. I should have been, because it was just so delicious, but it was nice to make something different, because I had really fallen into a rut of just making literally the same few things, which I'm sure that y'all like haven't even really been filming when I've been cooking, because it's just like the same stuff that you guys have seen so many times over. So yeah, it was nice to make that this week. So I've really been wanting to sit down and pick out some new things, and then probably put in a grocery order and make a list of like things that I need to get at the actual grocery store. Also, did y'all know that you can get magazines, subscribe to magazines through Libby for free, which is so cool. So I've been wanting to flip through some like recipe magazines actually. Oh, and there's all these garden ones as well. I never buy magazines because they're so expensive, but I didn't know this about Libby, so maybe y'all didn't either. If there's a magazine that you like they literally have these are just the home and garden ones, and there's like 600 of them, which is so crazy, and you can subscribe to them and it'll put them in your magazine rack, so it'll show up like on your shelf where your loans are, and it will notify you when there's a new issue. So how fun is that? I just thought that that was so cool. Like, they have everything on here, and magazines are like, they're like $20 here, which is crazy. So yeah, I wonder if there's other like vegan food ones. I'm gonna search. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch. There's literally a whole bunch. That's so crazy. I have the Forks Over Knives one, and I was just thinking about this because it just notified me that there's a new issue, like the summer issue came out, and it's like, oh, we put the summer issue on your shelf. And I was like, wow, Libby, thank you so much. That's so cool. So I want to sit and kind of scroll through this, and that's why I downloaded Libby onto my iPad as well, because obviously it's way nicer to like flip through on a larger screen for something like this. Oh, shallots getting the recognition they deserve. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought that I would share that because I'm excited to sit down and flip through some of these. I feel like that's just like a fun thing to do sometimes. Okay, how do I get out of here? How do I close it? Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Stop it, stop it. So yeah, if you didn't know, check out the newsstand magazine rack thing on Libby, because I think that is so cool. Ugh, libraries just are the coolest thing ever. So I realized that I'm really falling behind with my reading updates on here, so I'm gonna sit down and get y'all up to speed. So earlier this week, I did end up finishing Mary, and I really liked this. I ended up giving it 4 stars. Thankfully, I was so worried that I was gonna be a Nat Cassidy hater, but luckily I am not, except for Rest Stop, because that just annoyed me. But yeah, I ended up really loving Mary. I feel like it got a little too, there was a little too much happening in like the last quarter for me, but I'm just weird. Like sometimes I hate action or when there's a lot of things happening. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I was kind of just like, okay, like I'm ready for this to be done. But overall, I think I was having fun like through the majority of this book. I feel like his writing is really clever. There were a couple parts that were just like kind of silly for me, and also Aunt Nadine, her character was like so over the top for me that I just kind of like, it had like that silly element, or like it was just trying to be shocking or something, and I just thought that was kind of like I don't know. I just hate when something's silly or over the top in books, and I feel like horror does that a lot, so it's kind of hard to like, I don't know. I hate when horror's like that. It wasn't to the point where I was not enjoying the book because of it, and I liked the story and like the messages, the themes in this and everything enough that I was just kind of like, whatever. I guess Nat Cassidy is just a silly, goofy guy sometimes, because that was also why I hated Rest Stop. It was just so ridiculous. But yeah, no, overall, I'm happy I read Mary. I loved that I thought it was quite fun that it had like such a culty vibe. This definitely had just like weird town with weird townspeople, kind of like midsummer vibes. So if you like that, then you might be into this. It also had at times felt kind of like thriller mystery-y, like you were wondering like what the heck is going on, but also very horror, like it was gruesome and quite creepy at times actually. So yeah, ended up giving this 4 stars, which I'm pretty happy about. I think I'm most excited to read Nestlings, but I do feel like that one gets a little bit of mixed reviews. Like this one seems to be the one that gets more glowing reviews, like everyone just loves this. But yeah, so finished that one and I was very, very happy about that. I've been thinking that I really want to start keeping like a little post-it little notepad thingy, sticky notes, that's the word I'm looking for. I've been thinking that I want to keep a little sticky note thing with the book that I'm reading, because I always have thoughts, and then when it comes time for me to chat about the book or update you, I just like forget what I was thinking, or like why I tabbed something. I haven't even put tabs in this yet. I've just like dog-eared the pages. Quite a book, I will say. Also, I didn't know that this is inspired by Carrie by Stephen King, like Mary Carrie. So at the beginning of this book, he talks about how when he watched, I think, Carrie when he was a kid, he was very like fixated on it and scared about it, and he wrote this book thinking of a character that would be like Carrie if she was middle-aged. And I actually haven't read Carrie or seen the movie, to be honest. Like I know some of the things, like the general things, but I didn't really know, I don't really know a lot about Carrie, but I just thought that was interesting, and I kind of want to read Carrie, but I'm also kind of a Stephen King hater, so I don't know. Anyways, after that, I really switched gears and read Parable of the Sower. As we know, I talked about this earlier this week, but yeah, I ended up finishing it, and I don't know, y'all. I have such mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, I liked the kind of survival, dystopian, end of the world elements to this book. Like, I really did like following along on her journey. But there were a lot of things in this book that I just didn't like. First of all, the religious aspects of this. I don't really care if there's religious elements in books, but it just didn't add anything for me. And I was just kind of like, again, it just seemed kind of ridiculous. Like, no offense, but there were some things, first of all, that didn't even really like make sense about her theory. Like, some of it I was like, okay, like it has the little like passages from her religion that she's come up with, like it has little passages, at the beginning of the chapters, but some of the things just like don't make sense. I'm like some of her ideas. I mean, maybe it would be explained later on, but yeah, I don't know. So it just didn't, I mean, I didn't hate it, but it just didn't really add much for me. So I feel like I would have liked this more without that, perhaps. And then there was also just some weird vibes kind of things that happened near the end of this book. So it is a spoiler. Should I talk about the spoilers? It's not even really a spoiler. Like, it doesn't really matter. But okay, I'm gonna talk about it. So I'll give you a few seconds to skip forward or whatever if you don't want to hear the spoilers. Okay, so if you've read this or if you don't plan on reading this, so you don't care about hearing about it, why is she with this old man? Like, I'm saying old man in quotations, he's 57, but they literally call him the old man. They call him an old man in the book. And it's very much discussed that, like, she's only 18 and she's with this man that is her father, 40-year age gap. Like, and it's just normalized. Like, that's just a thing. Like, what? How come people don't talk about that more? Because I feel like that's crazy, and I feel like that's the type of thing that gets criticized in books. And normally I'm not even someone who's bothered by like characters doing whatever stupid things or like plot things like that, but I was just like, huh? Like, why does he have to be this old man? And they even like talk about it, and he's like so shocked that she's 18, and he's like, oh yeah, like this is wrong, but then they're like discussing it as they're doing the deed, like. And then she's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be with this old man, like we're gonna get married. Like, she first of all just met him and he's like 60. So that really just killed the vibe for me. And then also, like, they're literally fighting for their lives, right? Like, there's no food security, they don't even know if they're gonna have water, like everything's on fire. They're fighting for their lives, and tell me why she's like, oh yeah, I really want to have children someday. Huh? What? Why is anyone saying this in this world? Like, I just can't with that. So yeah, these just like a couple of things that just rub me the wrong way, and I'm like, why? Like, why does this 40-year age gap relationship have to be in there? Why did Octavia do her like that? I don't know. And I don't even like the guy. Like, why couldn't it have been a character that was closer to her age? Or why couldn't she have been older? Or I don't know. So, didn't like that. So I ended up giving Parable the Sower a 3 stars because, yeah, there were things like on their journey that was kind of interesting, but I don't know. I guess I had higher hopes for it since it is such like a critically acclaimed novel, but I ended up just like not really caring. So, I don't know. Kind of a bummer, honestly, but that's okay. I'm glad that I read it, and it's been fun to discuss and like hear other people's thoughts on it. I also painted my nails last night. This is actually 2 of the new Mooncat polishes. This is, what is it called? Flying Nimbus, which is a thermal topped with dewdrops. It pretty much just looks like dewdrops right now because it's not changing color, so it all just looks like one solid color. But yeah, what else do I have to update? Oh my gosh, we are going to Bring Her Back tonight. We have tickets to go see that new horror movie by A24. It looks so good. I think this is going to be another A24 banger. Same director as Talk to Me as well, which was my favorite horror movie of 2023, I think it was when that came out. So good. But this one literally looks so scary. I'm scared watching the trailer, so yeah, we'll see how that is. We're gonna go with my mom and my brother. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. It looks like exactly the kind of horror movie I want to watch right now. Like, I loved, like, there's been some good movies. I loved Sinners, but this just looks like a horror movie, you know? Like, full on, it's serious. So yeah, I'm super excited for that tonight. And what else do I have to update on? I don't know. I think that that's it. Talking your ear off here. But yeah, as for today, I mean, like I said, I have so many things I could do. I just don't know what I'm actually gonna do. Probably do some cleaning and kind of go from there. Okay, hi. Found my mic, thank goodness. And I'm just taking a little break from cleaning the cupboards in the kitchen. I've been scrubbing the outside of these cupboards. They were so gross and grimy, and like this what's even the word? I don't know. That edge there just catches so much stuff. So I literally have just been scrubbing them for like 2 hours. I'm pretty much done now. I'm just wiping some of the like sides and underneath the cupboards. We've pretty much been cleaning all afternoon. I deep cleaned the sink, have been doing laundry, changed the bedding. My boyfriend cleaned the bathrooms. Definitely the biggest and worst job that I've been doing has been the cupboards. But my question is, how are y'all managing keeping a house clean? Like, how are you managing all of the tasks? Because I'm struggling over here. I'm struggling with adulting because what the heck? Like, I feel like there's something, and then as I'm doing this, there's so many other things. I'm like, oh, the fridge needs to be deep cleaned again, and I need to, like, get out the stainless steel cleaner and clean the microwave and clean the outside of the fridge and all the other small appliances, and there's just always so many things that need to be done that, like, I could spend every single Saturday doing them, but obviously I don't want to. There's just so much stuff that always needs to be done, and I don't know what type of schedule or what type of like routine to be in to stay on top of everything. So yeah, my question is just, how do y'all do all of those kind of like extra deep cleaning tasks? How do you keep up with it? How do you schedule it in? Because I don't want every single Saturday of my life to just be like deep cleaning stuff. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just my thoughts as I'm doing this, because it's like as soon as you finish one task, like it's just the list, it goes on forever, and it's a very just like overwhelming feeling. Anyways, we're gonna go to the movie soon. It is currently 4:36 and we're gonna leave just after 5 o'clock, I think. So that is fun and exciting. I didn't really have much for dinner, so I think I am gonna get a little bit of popcorn and a soda, going all out. So yeah, I'm really excited. Anywho, just thought that I would pop on and share my existential house cleaning thoughts. Yeah, that's it. I will update y'all after the movie and let you know my thoughts. I'm glad that we're going early. Our showing is at 6 p.m. because I feel like this is the type of movie that I could come home after and like actually be scared and not be able to sleep well. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm hyping it up too much in my head, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be one that gets under my skin. So, yeah. I literally, after I watched Talk to Me, that horror movie, it was so good, but it had an element to it that gives me a lot of anxiety. So it was very effective in scaring me, but I remember literally not being able to sleep after watching that movie and just being so shook. So yeah, we'll see what this one is going to bring. I literally haven't heard anything about it, like any reviews or anything, which is kind of nice. I watched the trailer, but I have not heard anyone's thoughts or anything like that. So yeah, I will let y'all know. I wish we always got to watch movies just like being the only ones in here. Okay, we are home from the movie, and oh my gosh, you guys. A24 has done it again. Bring Her Back was so good. I loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Very disturbing, very gruesome, very gory. I literally couldn't even watch some scenes. Like, I had my hands over my face. It was so unwell. Yeah, like true horror. Horror, horror, horror. So yeah, don't see it unless you want to see like an actual horror movie because oh my gosh. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much, even though I literally couldn't watch some parts. The performances were so good. It was also emotional. Like, I shed a tear at the end. It was a horror that was portraying grief, so it had emotional elements because of that, and then also because of some things that our other characters had gone through. But yeah, oh my gosh, something, and I could really tell that it was made by the same directors of Talk to Me because it had a very similar, like, I don't know, obviously they're different movies and different stories, but I could just tell, like, there was definitely similarities in, like, the structure of them, uh, which I love because I love Talk to Me so much. So, like, I would watch, like, give me 14 of them right now kind of vibes. So yeah, I was honestly really impressed with it. We all loved it. I think Olive is stuck out here. Oh, maybe she's not. She gets scared to walk on the floor sometimes. She's such a silly goosey. Are you stuck, Bubba? Are you stuck? Let's get ready for bed. Wait, come here. Oh, she needs a ride. You need your mommy to carry you. It definitely didn't get in my head like the same way that Talk to Me did. Talk to Me scared me in a more like psychological kind of way, whereas this one didn't really. So hopefully I am gonna sleep well tonight. I'm just about to get ready for bed. It is 9:16. It's so weird that it's like light. Like, we're getting to the time of year where the days are long, and it felt so weird coming out of the theater, like, after seeing our movie, and it was still daylight out. I feel like that just happened so quickly. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna brush my teeth, get washed up for bed, and brush Olive's teeth, and then probably read some of Broken Country and have my sleepy tea. So, yeah, that's my plan. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna close out the vlog right now because I'm not really gonna have anything else to say tomorrow. I'm literally just gonna be finishing editing this vlog. Okay, turn a light on. Oh my gosh, that's bright. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I don't even really remember. I think we started with my closet clean out. It feels like it's been a long week, yet I did not get everything I wanted to get done, but that's okay. That's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, thank you so much. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Bye.